AI security for business, 10 tips to improve AI safety at work.
Welcome to our channel. My name is Jamal Goddard. I am the co-founder and owner of CyberOpsSource. We are an IT consulting company. We provide services that help organizations work smarter and safer with technology solutions. For example, our flagship product is Mobile Doc Form. Mobile Doc Form helps you to ditch the paperwork. Are you still using paper-based forms? We're in the world of AI. So ditch paper-based forms, fillable PDFs, spreadsheet, and start to automate it all. Get rid of repetitive processes. We protect sensitive data. We simplify the way you collect and manage information. For more information on the services that we provide, go to cyberopsource.com/services. Now we're going to get into this video. Let's get it. Tip number one, don't give away secrets. You never want to put company data into any AI interaction that you have without permission. So that means no password, no client data, no private data. AI has memory where it remembers everything that you put in. And you can see that if you're a ChatGPT person like me, if you look at the side of your blog, you'll see all the interactions you've had and all the conversations you've had with AI over the coming weeks, months, years, depending on how long you've been using it. And then if you're using ChatGPT like me, you can look at the very top and you'll see that it says updating AI memory, right? And that memory is in there. So do not give away company secrets. Tip number one, don't give away secrets. That's tip number one. Tip number two, AI has memory. Right? So tip number one leads right into tip number two. AI has memory. I told you before, everything, all your interactions is saved in there. But what you got to think about is, where is that data going? The data that you're putting into AI can be used to train other models. So you have to make sure that your account is set up correctly, right? So, and if you don't know if your account is set up correctly, you can always contact technical support. You can reach out to us if you need to search online. Well, we're the last resort. Don't reach out to us for that, and we would gladly help you. But you could go online, you could search it online, you could contact your IT department and make sure your account is set up correctly. Okay, so I just want to reiterate, AI has memory. That leads us into tip number three. Watch the PII. What is PII? Personal identifiable information. So you're talking about your names, your social security number, your birthday, a combination of which, IP address in certain states, depending on where you are in the US and the law associated with that state. PII is different. So be very careful with that stuff. Remember what I said to you. AI has memory. It keeps a list of everything that you do. You don't know what that data is going to be used for. So be very careful with PII. Try to scrub your data. Look at your prompts before you even put it in there. But that's tip number three. Watch the PII. Tip number five, always check AI output. So the one thing I love about GPT, if you have ever worked with it, I'm a GPT guy, so this applies to Copilot. I've worked with Copilot, Gemini. GPT just happens to be my favorite through OpenAI. But if you ever work with it, it is confident as hell. You ask it a question, it has an answer. There's never not an answer, if that makes sense, right? There's always an answer, and it's always confident. But the problem is sometimes it gets it wrong. So what you have to do is make sure you're checking your output. It could be giving you copyrighted information and you don't even know. Check the output, cite your sources, do your research. Just because it's quick and simple and easy doesn't mean that it's correct, right? Check your sources. Check to make sure the material is not copyrighted. It's quick and easy, but you have to do your due diligence and work with it. or it's going to work with it against you, and it could bite you where it hurts. So, tip number 5, always double check AI output. Tip number 6, not everyone needs AI access in your organization. And I'm talking about access, full access, right? Not everyone needs full access. Yes, they might need to use it for different things, but not everyone needs access. The people who have full access to your AI system should be trained on AI. And that's the only one, unless they go through some sort of training, that's the only one should have access to your AI. Just like you lock down administrative tools to like certain system administrators, your AI system that runs your business should be locked down, because that one setting, like I said, you could be feeding data to God knows who, and you could be training the next model, and then you could run into a situation where your data is trapped in there and is spitting your proprietary information out to someone else, right? So that's tip number 6. Not everyone needs AI access. Tip number 7, free tools are not private. So if you're not paying for the product, you are the product. And I'm sure you've heard that before. I probably read it in like a Bruce Nyer book, right? But if you're not paying for the product, you are the product. So just be careful what you're sharing with this thing. If it's not something that you would want exposed publicly, then don't share it. Because again, with the wrong setting, you could be training a model. You don't know. We have a ton of conversations with this thing. We don't know what'll happen in the future. We don't know if hackers are going to get access to these things. We don't know if there's going to be publicly exposed. We don't know what vulnerabilities hackers are going to take advantage of to get access to this information. So if it's not something that you want to get out publicly, don't put it in AI. So tip number 7, free tools are not free. Remember that. Free tools are not private. Tip number 7, free tools are not private. This is probably, I like this tip. This is probably my favorite tip of all. Tip number 8, be careful with copy and paste. If you're anything like me, you have a ton of tabs open, a ton of different applications open on your desktop. You're doing Control V, Control X, this and that and the third, and you're copying and pasting. And the next thing you know, you're taking things that you found in your email and copying and hit enter by mistake. That happens on occasion. You have sometimes if you have a script, scripts have if it's a quick script, you have the password in your code. You took it, you copied, and you pasted it inside of AI. So be careful. Be careful when you copy and paste. Very simple. Tip number 8. Tip number 9, watch what AI says and does. Now, you might say to yourself, well, you, you're just repeating yourself. You said in tip number 5, you already told me this. No, this is something totally different. Okay. So when you're interacting with ChatGPT, you asked it a question, or anyone, any one of them, any of the AI models. So you're interacting with the AI model. You said, give me directions to install a certain tool, or I'm trying to fix a certain situation that's going on your desktop. It gives you back the information. You don't know where that information came from. If you look at the training of any of these AI models, they tell you they grabbed information from this forum, Reddit, here, that, and the third. But what happens in situations where hackers know and figure out where the data is coming from, and eventually they will, and they start to manipulate the responses you get from AI. So you just blindly took the information, copied and pasted, and took the directions, and then you just go off, and you don't know what will happen next. You don't know what the tool that it instructed you to download. So just sanity check it. Just ask for a second opinion. Ask your IT. If you're questioning it yourself, use your gut. And then validate everything this thing is telling you. Validate what the tool is telling you. Just still take it blindly and just run with it. So watch what AI says and does. Again, not tip number 5. It's tip number 9, and it's different. Okay. The output can be manipulated, even if they haven't figured it out yet. And I haven't looked at any research papers, but I'm sure hackers are already starting to figure this stuff out. Tip number 9. And we're on the final tip. Look at that. I'm already out your face. I'm out your hair. Tip number 10, keep a human in the loop. We're interacting with these things. They're making decisions on money, jobs, health, right? Your business, like myself, right? If it's helping you do any part of your business. AI is here for assistance. AI is here as a tool for some of you. AI, you work with AI, but it's not the boss. At the end of the day, you have to make sure you call the shots. Always keep a human in the loop. Look back at some of the tips that I mentioned before. It's very dangerous to just have this thing running rampant. So keep a human in the loop. Tip number 10. And that's it. All right, so that's it. Now, all those 10 things can actually be boiled down to 4. 4 things you just need to pay attention to. Keep it really simple. Check your access. When it comes to AI, check your access. Check your input. Check the output that is giving you. And then check your settings. And that's it. That's all you have to do. Those 4 things. I just boiled it down from 10 to 4 to you. Boom. There you go. One thing before we go. If you are still using paper-based forms, please, 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 please contact us. You could be sitting on a gold mine of data and not know it because you are still using paper-based forms. You're still using fillable PDF. You're still using spreadsheets. You're still doing this repetitive task. You're in the world of AI. We can save you time. cyberopsource.com/mobile doc form. Check it out. We can give you a presentation. And guess what? We connect everything for you. You just have to show us what you're doing with this paper. We'll convert it for you. And boom, you be on your way. You don't even have to worry about the technical part of it. We take care. That's where we come in. All right. Mobile doc form. Peace out.